What's up and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast episode 43, a weekly podcast where we get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through all the indie games we've been playing, giving our impressions, reviews, previews on them. We talk about the latest indie game news and we cover a main topic each week. The main topic this week is all about May because there is an absolute plethora of indie games releasing this month. And we are going to talk about, is May the month for indie games in 2018? I completely got my words messed up then. Anyway, I'm Lewis Woodhouse, the host. I always use my surname. It fucking pisses me off. With me is Dan from the Dice Bear.
Hello.
And Tom from At Can Profit. And I'm not from At Woodhouse. I'm from At What's Up Woody. Because Woodhouse Woody.
It's on the screen if you're watching the
Logical
video.
thinking.
It's in the description if you're listening to the
These guys are already blown away. These listeners are like, what? These guys are on the ball.
Yeah, that's not what they're thinking.
No.
Anyway,
these guys are completely useless.
Why
are we listening to this shit?
I also quickly a big hello to our new listeners because looking at the stats last week, we've got lots of new listeners.
So God help you.
Thank you very much because obviously a lot of people jumped on board after the EGX podcast.
Nice.
And then a lot of people stayed around.
That was like 2 hours and a bit as well.
Yeah, a lot of people stayed around for last week's. So if you're probably gone by now, you're probably not even here anymore. But if you are still here, then thank you for joining us, guys. You can find us on YouTube if you want the video version. And it's quite good with the video version because we talk about any game we've been playing. You see the trailer or gameplay of it above us. And you also see any news stories, any trailers we're talking about. We play the game. So you can kind of get a context of the game we're talking about. Because we don't do a very good job of describing things.
That is very true.
You can find us on SoundCloud and iTunes. We're still not on Spotify, but just about anywhere else but Spotify at the moment. And if you really like what we do, then you can go get some exclusive pre- and post-show content for $1 on patreon.com/indiecredible. You also get early access to 2 monthly shows over there. One we'll be filming today, which is the What We Loved show, where we talk about everything we loved from April. And we're going to be doing a big Infinity War spoiler cast. So if you've watched the film and you want to hear our impressions on it, pay $1, watch it for a month, cancel your subscription. There you go, you're done. Will cost you 79p, easy. Anyway, so you go on to the video. Oh, by the way, I've got a quick shout out. The name's coming across here now. Big Boy Club.
Big Boy Club.
It's the Big Boy Club.
Big Boy Club.
These guys for us.
Here are our big boys.
These guys for us $5 a month, and they get to show off their cojones by coming across the screen. And they also get thrown quite a few games.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'll regularly throw them games. Like support us on Patreon. I will throw you games. Trev and Brian can comment for that. Trev recently got Double Kick Heroes.
Nice.
And Brian got Adventure Pals because they sent us an American code and they won't send me a UK code. So
you just go to Brian. There you go.
But yeah, so should we dive into our first section? What we've been playing?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Who wants to start?
You do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You do want to
You
start,
do.
don't you?
Okay, I've played 3. I've played 3 games this month. I've jumped
This
on
month?
this
Oh
month.
yeah, no, I suppose you're right. Yeah, because we started this month.
I've actually played 4 because I've played a tiny bit of Lake Ridden, not enough to talk about it. Although I have seen the opening scene now, so everything we played is kind of instantly put into context.
Yeah, some
I'm
context
like,
there. Yeah.
but I can't talk about that yet. The game comes out on the 10th of May, and we will have a review up closer to the time. I'll be speaking about it on the podcast after that. But I have played The Thin Silence, Monster Prom, and City of Brass. All reviews which were meant to be up this week, but due to BT's lovely internet service, I've been pretty much unable to get anything up. Literally anything up.
Yeah, I got it. I was waiting for it. No, Tom's not there yet.
Tom's not there yet. He's still...
He was talking about not managing to perform in...
He's still not getting it.
No, I want you to keep explaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when a man and someone that they desire doesn't have to be a woman, though preferably not an animal or vegetable, right? They
Fruit's
become
fine. Fruit's
aroused.
fine.
Blood pumps down into their penis, causing it to engorge and enlarge. in a way.
Engorge, you say?
Engorge.
Intriguing.
And as long as
Offering
you
a
have a
plethora of opportunities.
Is that word of the day?
that
Should we do that? We should do that every week. A word of the day. And I have to try and say as much as I can.
Lewis learned a new word. It was plethora.
I'm up for that. Let's do it.
Anyway, let's stop talking about...
Okay, what do you want to hear about
Reviews.
first? I'm going to cover these scores because they're my review scores. Thin Silence, Monster Prom, or City of Brass?
City of Brass.
City of Brass. So, City of Brass is a roguelite adventure game through a Arabian's Nights inspired city. Very similar idea to Immortal Redneck, where in terms of you die, you come back. The issue with here is I can't work out what the roguelite element is because you don't carry anything over.
Oh, okay.
Well, you carry XP over, so I suppose that's
there
the
you go.
roguelite, but the XP is fucking useless in the game. But anyway, the game, so it starts promising. Like, actually, the first hour's all right, because you have, so it's whip and blade, and you can get different whips. So some that do more damage, some that knock enemies back. You can get different blades, some that cause lightning attacks. You can get staffs that kind of knock people back. But they don't do anything enough to really justify switching between them, like seeking out other ones. But the combo of whip and blade requires a bit of player skill at first, because you need to whip first to kind of stagger the enemy to then attack. And if you whip their feet, it whips their legs out from underneath them.
Right.
And so the first hour you're learning that, and you're going through this kind of quite nice Arabian Nights inspired city. It's like cool, and you're dying, you're going again, you're dying, you're going again. But then when you learn the mechanics of the game, and you learn how the game's working, and sorry, Tom's phone's ringing. And you learn like mechanics game. You learn how it's all going. It becomes a very boring,
There's no rocket. I'm just going to
very
That's fine, just leave it.
decline that.
sterile
Pay for that in a bit.
Yeah.
game.
Right.
It just doesn't offer anything new. The biggest, so there's two big issues around it. One is there's only one thing to learn in the game, and that is the whip and blade. There's no platforming. That's the biggest missed opportunity. There's these hooks around the city that you can whip on and fly up to. They're used to kind of every now and then to get to like a hidden chest that gives you like maybe 1,000 gold pieces. But that's it. There's no other platforming elements to the levels, which just means you're only learning the whip and blade because you're just moving through this thing. The second big annoyance to it is it's a randomly generated game, which it has no need to be randomly generated because there's a fucking compass at the top of it that gives an arrow to where you need to go.
Right.
And there's nothing worth exploring. So after my fourth or fifth time dying, I just fucking followed the arrow and I just went to the end. So it might as well have been a linear gameplay experience with roguelike elements and no because it was just nothing new to it. And then you add to the issue that as you go further into the game, money becomes redundant. After about the third, fourth level, you've got so much money that I never thought, I need money to do this.
No.
And then there's these genies littered throughout the city that you can kind of buy things from. So you use the money to buy things from that. So I thought at first, that's really cool, I can disable all traps. And it wasn't that expensive. It was like 1,000 gold pieces, which I could afford on my third go. So I paid for it, and it basically made the game so fucking easy. Which is fine having that in there, but have it in there for a hefty price. Like, you can only get that towards the end after you've earned the money to get it.
Yeah.
I could afford it. So literally the last 10 levels, I could just run over the traps. And the traps won't make the game harder because you can't see them sometimes. So you're running away from an enemy and then you run into a trap and every trap takes off one segment of life, which is quite a pain in the arse. But it brings the difficulty element.
Yeah.
But when you take away the traps, you're like, this is fucking boring. And granted, I didn't have to buy the genie thingy, but why wouldn't you? It's there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and I said to you in the car the other day, is it a terrible game? No. Is it a good game? No. It's a very mediocre roguelite experience. I put in about 5 hours in the end. It took about, so you have burdens and favours. No, burdens and blessings. And now burdens make it harder, blessings make it easier. Now the issue with that is, so I finished the game on making it really easy, like added more health, meant there was less enemies and things like that. But there was no punishment for doing that. The only punishment was some of your scores won't go on the leaderboard. And I was like, I don't give a shit about leaderboards. Like, why is that really? And then you get less XP. The XP only levels up your whip and blade, which kill people in 1 or 2 hits anyway. So it's not like there's a... And the bosses are all killed with just like hitting projectiles with your whip. So leveling up is nonsense. There's no point in leveling up.
One of the things you told me in the car actually was about the fact that there were only 3 bosses.
So
anyway.
so that's the thing. So there's 13 levels, and you have
Christ, 13 levels and 3 bosses.
so you have 3 mini bosses and then 1 big boss at the end.
Okay.
The 3 mini bosses. The first time I played through them, I was like, the first one killed me a couple of times because I was trying to work out how to do it. Then I realised what I had to do, and I was like, okay, it's quite easy. But once you learn the first one out, they're all based around the same mechanic, which is effectively whipping a projectile out
And
the
they
air,
didn't
back to
change
them.
either. So
So then, when I finished it, I went back
So
to
they're
it
all
again.
basically the same boss.
Yeah.
And it was the same bosses through again.
and then again you visit exactly the same 3 bosses,
Yeah.
and then the big boss, and the same 3. So you're like,
And
hang
the
on.
big boss at the end,
That'd be a
I
huge fall
thought
down for me.
this was really hard for the boss at the end.
Yeah.
Then I realised what I had to do, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so easy." Because like I thought, this must be the first part of the mechanic, like the first mechanic.
Yeah, yeah.
Because effectively,
Yeah.
a quick spoiler alert if anyone's worried about it, you can skip forward a minute, but you had your chance. The final boss is 3 genies, and there's like a red genie, a yellow genie, and a green genie, I think. And at first, I'm running around. There's they spawning all these kind of minion things coming around, and depending on how much you've given as like a sacrifice of money, depends on how many your own little minions spawn.
Yeah.
So that's quite a nice mechanic. But then these genies, I was like running. I was like, what the fuck do I do? I was whipping the guys. I was whipping the genies. Nothing was happening, and I was like, oh, this is really hard. Like I liked it because I was trying to juggle the not getting killed and working out the mechanics, which a lot of people go, this is bullshit. I don't know what, but in a roguelite, that's what I want. I need that.
Yeah.
I need to work out. Then I saw a chain on this guy, Genie's thing. And I was like, I'll whip that. So you whip that and he locks his chain down, whip the other arm, pulls his chain down, whip him in the face. He's dead. I was like, cool. The other genies are probably going to have a different mechanic now. Exact same mechanics. But as you kill more genies, their minions go. So it becomes easier the further you get on with the boss. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, why are you making this game too easy for me? I'm going to be honest now, I didn't finish the game on normal difficulty, not because I couldn't, because I got so bored.
Right.
Like, but I'll say again, and this is the issue with reviewing games, like, I was playing it to review it, so I played through it on easy mode because I just wanted to get to the end and see what the story was like and all that. And then I played it again a few times. I don't have any need to go back and play it. And granted, someone picked up the first time and just stuck to the medium, probably get 3-4 hours gameplay out of it, going... There's no replayability to the game. In the end, I knocked it down for 0.5. I've put it down to 5 because it is bang on mediocre. It looks nice. It plays nice. There's no bugs apart from the fucking X and Y axis. Like you whack up to 100.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Really sluggish.
Yeah.
So that was a bit annoying. But in terms of there's no bugs. It runs nice. There are nice mechanics to the game, but on the whole, it is just another. And I literally signed the review off for saying. It just goes into the bucket of another generic roguelite. That's all it is. And yeah, so that's City of Brass.
We continue. Can we shut the window?
You cold?
No, because all people talking.
That's fine. You won't pick up
No,
on this.
it'll be alright. Yeah.
Okay.
We're far noisier than them.
Yeah, I had it before.
Take them on.
We had it open before and you couldn't hear anyone.
Really?
Yeah. I'll quickly fly through the others because Monster Prom's not going to take me long to speak about. Monster Prom is a dating sim where it's effectively you play as a group. There's 6 kind of stereotypical. You're stereotypical
Monsters.
social people from high school. You're jock, you're
Yeah,
goth,
nerds,
you're geek,
yeah.
you're nerd.
The brain, the princess.
All that.
Everything
You're
from
like
Breakfast
pretty
Club.
guy. Yeah, basically. But they're monsters. So like the
Okay.
devil's like the cool, hip, really cool. Like I'm gonna fucking set fire to shit because I'm fucking cool.
Yeah.
Um,
That is cool.
Like
That is cool.
Kids,
Arson
set
is
fire to
cool.
shit is
the
really
jock,
cool.
obviously a werewolf.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously a werewolf.
Yeah, okay.
The
Athletic
like
monster.
the what do you call it? Like the rich girl. She is like a Medusa kind of snaky
Oh,
hair
yeah.
person.
Yeah, okay.
The girl I kept trying to link with was this kind of party going socialite ghost. But there's things like that. So they're all these different characters. And the idea is you can choose. One thing I do like about the game is you choose short game or long game. Short game's 3 weeks, long game's 6 weeks. Okay. And that's how many weeks you have to woo this person to be your date to the prom.
To pull. You've got 3
Basically.
weeks to pull. Go.
One thing I will say is I did not realise how on the nose this game is with its language and how crude it is. Like one of the opening lines I interacted with was like, "Do you want a fucking blowjob or something?" And I was like, "Whoa! I did not expect that." Like this cartoon graphics. I was like, "Well, yeah, I do actually."
And the answer was absolutely, or was
So they don't.
We're talking about a guy who played Disco Elysium, and the first thing he did was try and sleep with literally the first woman you meet in the
That is
game.
true, yeah.
So I've put in about 3 hours to this game. Played both male, female. Now playing it solo, it offers a couple of hours of fun. It's the first time we play for it is really fun because like the dialogue is witty, it's on the nose, it's bang. You're like, well, I didn't expect that. That's cool. Second time, you're like, it's okay, it's good fun, but there's a few repeated lines here and there that I've noticed from the first game. Third game, you're like, oh, it's just repeated more. And it kind of turns the game into more of a puzzle memory game than a dating sim. Because I'm like, the idea is you have to finish the game completely, you need to play as every character and woo every stereotypical person to the pro. And it's quite hard to woo, because like, one person I focused on the whole fucking time, but they wouldn't go to the prom with me. But then it kind of says at the end why, and there's one thing I'd done that they didn't like, and they were like, we don't want to go for that. So as a dating sim, it's quite tight, apart from the fact that there is repeated dialogue in a game that prompts replayability, which is a little bit frustrating.
I feel like all dating sims usually have repeated dialogue. Usually
Yeah,
it's the exact same script each time.
So the issue with this is, at the end it shows you this kind of closing screen of your game, and it says lines of dialogue to unlock. It's like 11,000. I unlocked like 46 on my first playthrough, and I was like, but then I played it, and I've played through it solo. I've played through it 5 times now, and I played through it once with Sarah, and then I've done a multiplayer game on my own to see how 4-player works, which took fucking ages.
How do you play it multiplayer?
So I explain that in a second. It's really good. So, and after all that, I've only seen like 250 lines of dialogue. There's still loads hidden, and I'm like, I don't know how you find this shit. Like, and it's, I would be trying to find it more if there was something there to entice me, and it's just like, I don't really want to find. I'm not fussed about finding these hidden lines. Like, as funny and as witty as it is.
Yeah.
Single player, it's fun for a couple of hours, and that is really it. It's a good. You see it for £5 on Steam. Grab it, have fun with it. Multiplayer, it's if you're having some friends, like if Sarah and Corin were here, playing it as them with beers would be quite fun. Because what you do is there's this real cool thing where you take turns between. So each week is broken up into beginning half, end half, and then like a bonus part where you sit in the cafeteria and you choose an individual person. But to choose your turn, but on the start of each week, you it will say like pick an object. So everyone has to pick an object, and it will say click to continue. So you click to continue, and it says whoever's object is best suited for a zombie apocalypse goes first. So then you start. So Sarah and I were like, this. She chose like a hairbrush, and I was like, what the fuck are you gonna do with a hairbrush? She's like, I can stab him in the eyes. I'm like, what a fucking hairbrush? Really? Like. But yes, but it prompted that kind of real world discussion, which was quite fun, and Sarah really liked that from it.
Corin wouldn't enjoy
where
that.
the multiplayer comes from is the fact that you can basically shit on the other person's game. So people come to you and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm quite interested in your mate. Like, well, you're like, they're a dick. Like, or you're like, actually, I'm sleeping with them and things like that. So I was shit. She was like, don't say that, you're not though. And I'm like, fucking hell now. And it was quite good fun. We had like for Sarah to sit down and play a game for an hour. She finished it. And she was like, that was quite good fun actually. That was really easy to play because it is just reading it and all the things like that. So and you can do it online with friends, and you have to do it with friends online. You can't matchmake unless you give someone your lobby number. Right. It's like a lobby number. But it's like, I gave it, so I scored it a 6. Because it's just on good. 6 is good on our scale, and it's just on good. I had fun solo player for it. Multiplayer is a lot more fun with it. It does only provide a couple of hours, but it's a dating sim. Like, I'm sure dating sim fans will fucking love it and try and find every line of dialogue. Me, I don't mind dating sims. Like, I'm not, as much as we joke around, I'm not like a diehard dating sim fan. It's not as like revolutionary or groundbreaking as Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah. That kind of takes not the piss out of it being a game, but realises it's a video game.
Very meta.
Yeah. Whereas this is, but what really stands out for it is the witty, crass language. It's just on the nose. You're like, fucking did not expect that. That's quite cool. And it has a D&D style skill sheet to it.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. Yeah, it's quite fun. And the final game, I'm going to quickly blitz through because I'm banging on loads now, is the Thin Silence. Thin Silence is billed as a cinematic. It's coming to consoles later this year, so it's both Monster Prom and Thin Silence is only available on PC at the moment. City of Brass is everywhere apart from Switch. Well, it'll probably come to Switch. Thin Silence is it's billed as a cinematic, narrative-driven adventure game around mental health. Is what it's billed as.
Said the 2 words I hate.
It
narrative
does.
Adventure.
It does this fit.
I think going to say mental health.
Mental health. Fucking hate mental health.
The game is goodish, apart from 2 big downfalls. Big downfalls are, firstly, no run button. Which means,
Dickheads.
now I can, and as I said to you again before, I can see why they've gone for this, but it doesn't work. The game is about mostly depression.
Right.
And the idea of going through these puzzles at a slow pace kind of is fed into the narrative that it's meant to be a struggle for the player as much as it is for the character playing them. So I get that, but it's just a bit too arty. It's a bit too year 11 kind of GCSE art. Oh, it's that hidden narrative. It's just, yeah, it doesn't work. For a video game, it doesn't work. For a piece of art, it would probably be fine.
Right.
But it's not a piece of art. That's the issue. The other big issue is it fucking does this really annoying thing where before you even get into the game, there's a warning screen at the beginning saying this game contains elements based around like a strong depression, mental health and suicidal tendencies. If you need help on any of these, help is only around the corner or something like that. That's not worth
They
it.
not give a number. Or
That's
anything.
paraphrasing.
It can't really, because
No.
of where it's going to go around the world, is it?
Good point. Well,
It's nowhere
Web address.
near
yeah.
as bad as other games I've played. But by giving that message, gave me a prejudiced feeling to the game that, shit, this is going to really hit me emotionally. And it just didn't. Like, yeah, it's too... The issue with it is it's too ambiguous. Like, I can see what they're trying to go with the depression route. Partly because I've gone to so many fucking CBD teaching sessions about how to find depression in young people.
Right.
Like, but it's so ambiguous. You're like, they're just having a bad day. Like, it doesn't ever come across this. And then the only time it does get meaningful is in the last hour of the game. But to get there, you've got to get through like 3 hours of very slow walking puzzles.
So not great then.
Again, I gave it 5.5 because it's bang on okay. It's better than
It's better than
yeah.
your boy.
I got 5.
City of Brass.
It's better than it's in between okay and good because what's there is good. The puzzles, and to its benefit, you find items like point and click adventure games, and what you can do is you combine these items to then solve puzzles, and that's really fun element to it. When it lets you do it, so too many times it's like, oh, why don't you combine this? And I'm like, just let me fucking figure it out. But the puzzles are very good.
So it's all right then.
The puzzles are very good.
Yeah.
Like, that's the benefit of it. The puzzles, the design of the puzzles are because they're huge. Like you have to move the camera around because you have to push something off here that then is going to move this here. And if you get something wrong, you have to reset the whole stage because it is like a big mechanical puzzle thing that you got to move this and then you got. If you get it in the wrong order, so failing the puzzles was actually quite fun because you like learning them. But the fact that it would take 5 minutes to walk between each section of the puzzle, like, is a big downfall for the game.
Yeah, that's very frustrating.
I'd have scored that a major fuck you.
Yeah. Done well with you, definitely.
But that's
Fuck
the
you
games.
out of 10.
That's the games I've played this week. Thin Silence, Monster Prom, City Brass. Would I recommend any of them off the bat? They're all sale games. They're all, if they're in a sale, grab them in the sale. Don't buy full price for them. That's what I'd probably say.
It's fair enough.
Pretty melancholy week for me when it comes to indie gaming.
Oh, you're right.
I'm actually buzzing because I'm getting to play Lake Rim this weekend. And Wizard of Legend, so I'm looking forward to that.
I thought that was a Doctor Strange spell.
Tom, have you played anything?
I played Space Jacked.
Oh yeah, because I sent you the code, didn't I?
Yeah.
The guy sent me a game code for him. Was like, "Can you review this?" I was like, "I haven't got time." And he was like,
Oh.
"Just play it and talk about it on the podcast." I was like, "Sweet."
Yeah, I played it. I haven't played loads of it yet, but I've played a bit. I've played enough, I think. I don't think it's going to get much more advanced.
What is it, mate? Sorry, I don't know Space Jack.
It's a video game.
Okay, what are these games of the video variety?
Well, the game is like
Yeah.
it's an 8-bit sort of tower defense sort of game.
It's like
Okay.
crazy aliens running everywhere.
Basically, you get 3 rooms from what I've seen so far. Maybe there's more in the future, but you get medical bay, robot technician room, and engineering.
Okay.
And they're different layouts each room. And there are spots in each room where you can place one of the 3 varieties of turret.
Yeah.
One slows down enemies and gives them a little bit of damage.
Classic.
One's a generic turret that shoots.
Yeah.
And one is a laser beam that has a sort of the similar area effect thing to the slowdown one.
Okay.
It does more damage, but it's a lot smaller space, so you can actually do people. And you can upgrade them and by spending metal, sort of TF2 style.
Right.
And you get more metal by killing things. And you can sell your stuff to get metal back and everything. And started out really, really easy.
Yeah.
Like uncomfortably easy. I was like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Because you can shoot in the game.
Okay.
But I didn't even bother. I was just sitting there. I was like,
You didn't even
letting my
okay.
one turret and my one slow down thing take care of business. And I was like, okay. But then it does, like, after the first two, it sort of ramps up, and you have, like, 2 rooms you've got to defend at once, and you've got to set things up so that, like, you might have to, it would be like, oh, they're going to come to the medical bay in the engineering room, and I'm like, fuck, I haven't got enough metal, so I'll run into the robot room and start destroying some of my stuff to get metal back to go onto the other rooms to build a bit more. Basically, they're trying to get to your...
Bit of resource management there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Your engineering core want to destroy that as well. You can repair that, but it's not worth it, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, once they're down, once they're down there, you're fucked pretty much. Unless you've got like the most upgraded turrets ever at the bottom where your little thing is, where they're trying to destroy. There's no point trying to repair it at that point.
Oh, okay.
I saved. You have to save each crew member that goes missing from the 3 rooms, and I saved the first one. And it's I don't know why I quite liked it. A cute little mini game to get more metal when you save her. It's definitely parodying a real game.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. You'll know. When you go on her, it comes up like it's an old NES game. Like the title card comes in, it's like shing on the title card.
Nice.
And it's called Metallius or something.
Okay.
And it's very generic. It's a ship on one side of the screen that you can move like this around, and your things are coming at you like this. Metallius or something like that. And you basically just shoot stuff like ships and meteors.
So it's just a shmup.
Is it?
It turns into a shoot 'em up.
Is it Gallagher?
Well, there's R-Type and there's
it's definitely trying to be something specific. I feel like maybe
I'd have to see it.
Yeah.
Because there are so many.
But you get that once. It goes in days. So the one day, and you have to defend a certain amount of things in a day, and then that's it for that day. Day 2. What are you saying?
There's a freaking paraglider over Eastbourne Town Centre.
That is absolutely true. There is a paraglider. Where's he going,
lad?
He is fucking beast in that shit. Sorry, got completely distracted by the window. Sorry, Tom. I do apologise.
It's fine, you'll get a bit on somehow, you know.
yeah.
James Bond.
I want my nugs.
Give me the nugs.
So there are mini games in between each day.
Yeah, I've only saved one
out
person so far because I'm really frustrated because I kept fucking up this one day.
Oh right.
To save the next person because you get a different variety of enemy each day. A new one comes along to add to the fray, and it's quite hectic. It's like they're pretty on top of you the whole time, and so you really have to figure out where you want to place stuff and what you want to upgrade and everything. So it's pretty fun. It's quite addicting. Quite frustrating. There are 2 modes. There's I think it's called Original Badass mode,
right?
Which is
the name,
which is the normal version of the game where it's quite hectic, and there's I forgot what it's called, but there's another version of the game where you have more time to plan.
Oh, okay.
So you can basically
like a Tom mode.
A Tom mode, basically.
Tom mode, okay, yeah.
Original
Badass.
It's all quite
Tom mode.
Colourful and cute.
Yeah,
I quite liked it. There's one thing I liked when you have the 2 modes. It has a character on the mode, and when whatever one you're not on. The other one's glaring at the other character like, ugh. You should be picking my mode.
Like
it's quite cute. Yeah, it's quite a fun little game.
Cool.
Yeah,
nice.
I enjoy it.
Nice.
Might jump on that every now and again. Yeah, there you
You
go.
haven't played anything, have you?
I haven't played any video games this
Who's
week.
this? Tom?
I've been hitting the board games hard and heavy this week.
Yeah.
So
Are you going to talk about that in What We Loved?
yeah, I'll talk about that
Okay.
in What We Loved.
Because I've got a funny story about that, but I'll talk about it in What We Loved.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's something that happened today.
Is it the fact that you're avoiding playing Pokemon against me?
No, I have I just looked like I knew my shit today basically because of you.
Nice.
Nice.
It's cool.
That's just Lewis all over.
She got on
I look so like I knew my
to the
shit.
main show. Main
show?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show. I kind of need to pee, to be honest.
News is what I'm going to say. She got on to the news.
Let's go on to the news.
Let's have a quick break and go to a toilet. And
you get to watch that bit.
Tom
We're gonna keep
needs-
this running.
Tom needs a Tommy tank.
Right, what's the news, my man?
Okay, news.
Time for the news. News is.
Okay,
flatlined.
news. Mostly based around releases this week. And we're going to try and get through them nice and quickly. The
Try.
first one comes in Tacoma, which initially released as an Xbox,
Hell of a game.
a Microsoft exclusive because it was available on Microsoft
okay.
PC.
Yeah, it was on PC.
But it wasn't on Steam. I think it was on Microsoft Store. But it's now coming to PlayStation 4 this week on the 8th of May, Tuesday. So pretty much the day this goes live. This goes live Monday night, and then so if you're watching it as an early bird, not only are you brilliant, you also have just found out that you can get Tacoma tomorrow.
And you should get
If you're watching,
you haven't played it.
if Tacoma's already
Yeah,
out,
no.
then
I mean, you
ask-
could.
You should play it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm saying if Tacoma's already out, ask yourself the question: why are you watching it so late? But no. No, Tacoma is coming to PS4.
Question your
on the
life choices.
8th of May. I scored it a 9.5.
Yeah, it was Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
that's
scored
right.
I know
it
that.
a-
I only
It was
know
in
that.
it was in
I only know that because you scored Hellblade a 9.6,
Yeah.
and it was one below. 9.5.
Hellblade wins.
Um,
And the BAFTAs agree with me.
They do, yeah, they do. And another game that we released about, which I'm excited about. I know
Yes.
Dan's excited about. You didn't play it, so you have no idea because you don't play video games.
What game?
Is
what game?
Unforeseen Incidents.
Application systems.
Is
Heidelberg.
it incident or incidents?
Incidents, plural.
Incidents. So Unforeseen Incidents, which is a point-and-click adventure game based around what starts off with like this kind of Black Plague kind of thing, but it soon kind of goes into a, without giving away any spoilers, a kind of different story path. But it's classic LucasArts style without the bonkers puzzles. It's not like we say you can find the cat, put it in the washing machine, pull it out, put the pink jumper on it, and then you save the world.
Yeah.
It is a case of every puzzle has a tangible clue to it, and it's just you've got to. It's often it's right in front of you, and you're like, "What the? I bet I do this." And I love the artwork to it.
Yes.
I've never seen this game. I've never
It's
played
really
this
nice.
game.
Well, Trey's playing now, mate. So
Trey's playing now. Just have a look.
Have a look.
Or if you check out my EGX top 10, which will be up by the time this is out,
There you go.
it'll be on the video for that.
Watch the videos.
Yeah, Unforeseen
No
Incidents.
one watches my videos.
is,
That's the point of my
well,
videos. That's why halfway through I put dick pics.
Unforeseen.
Yeah, now you want to watch my videos, don't you?
Grab my phone.
Unforeseen Instance is well, featured in our recommendations.
Yes,
from EGX,
yeah.
and it's a game I definitely can't wait to play. 24th of May is coming to PC. I hope it comes to consoles at a later date
me
because I'd
too.
love that to more people to play it. But at the moment, we just have to wait because it's on PC. Another game that's releasing, it was already out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's coming to the Switch. Is Little Nightmares, but it's coming as the complete edition, so you get both DLC packs and the base game. I played through the base game early this year. It was like I think it's the first game I finished this year. Loved it. Very inside-y kind of horror elements to it.
It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, really creepy. The guy's got these like long arms and all things like that. But it's coming on the 18th of May, coming to a Nintendo Switch. I think a little screen would do the thing quite nice. Like, it's nice to get more people playing it. So, always good. Vampire, which is, I'd argue,
Shitty cat.
I'd argue one of Tom's probably most anticipated games this year.
Oh yeah.
Tom's really looking forward to it.
I want to play it.
I want to play it, but I'm not like, I don't know why I'm not buzzing for it.
I think it's a mixture of me really liking Life is Strange and the original.
Oh, because it's Don't Nod, isn't it?
Yeah, don't not doing it.
Not
That's
that, not that bullshit Before the Storm crap.
I've got to
Like
say, the
real
only
Life is
reason I'm
Strange.
interested in Vampire, is because Don't Nod are involved.
I like the
Otherwise, I'm like,
I like the RPG mechanic of the so you're a vampire who is also a doctor, and you have to feed to keep your health bar up, but you kind of the more you feed and who you feed on has a, for lack of a better word, because it's used everywhere now, organic effect on the world around you. Whereas
and you hear the last thoughts of people that you kill.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Which is great, yeah.
But yeah, I like the idea of
It
that.
affects the world. Whoever you kill.
But we
affects that
finally
world,
got to see
supposedly.
some lengthy gameplay in the gameplay trailer.
Yes.
And I like
It's
the look
mostly
of it.
combat that you see.
Yeah, I like the look of it. It looks granted.
Looks fun.
It looks generic third person
Bloodborne.
RPG.
Yeah. Bloodborne.
It looks
with magic
Bloodborne, but
powers.
the instant thing I noticed was the health bars were going down a damn sight quicker. It's not got the challenge of Bloodborne.
To be fair, you're a vampire and they're puny people.
Yeah. So you should be able to rip them apart.
Or Endgame, and you had this fucking claw thing that looked well cool.
But yeah, I get the impression you have certain powers.
Yeah.
It looks like you can probably
awesome.
experience the powers.
Special moves to.
But yeah, the
finishing
gameplay
moves.
trailer is playing up there now. If you struggling to see it, then head on. I'm sure.
Good. How
I'm sure-
do you do that on a wall?
I'm sure if you type in Vampire gameplay trailer, it's the most recent one available.
It is.
Another release is Yonder, a game. You played any more of it this week? No.
Been sleeping, haven't I?
Because you
Oh yeah.
you finished it.
Yep.
And I finished it. I got a little bit obsessed with it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's coming to Nintendo Switch on the 17th of May.
Perfect place for it.
Yeah, it's a really nice game on the Switch.
Even I know that.
Ignore anywhere where you read that it says games for people fans of Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley. It's not that at all. Like that would be sold as it. It is best described as a
It's like them, but
passive. It's very much a passive third-person cute adventure game. There's no combat, like literally no combat, which is Sounds
still
boring,
works
but it
so
works
well,
really
doesn't
well.
it?
Yeah, it's
There are
nice.
cats.
There are cats, and there's lots of exploration.
There's loads of exploration. The puzzle. There are.
They're
Not
got-
really
Mild
puzzles.
The puzzles come in the form of trying to find the new places because the map's
Yeah.
quite vague. So trying to find the new places, it's almost fetch questy, but it just all feels. It's classic. You could put on a podcast or an album that you like. You could sit back and just play the game, and it's just
Very
relaxed.
relaxing.
It's chilled. Just sitting there playing it on the Switch is very nice. I think I put in about 10 hours. And that nearly got the platinum trophy. You could finish it in 4, 5 hours, 3 hours, probably 3 4
Yeah, I
hours.
think I did it in 3 or 4.
But it's a nice game. It gets our recommendation, definitely. And the final release news we got, or just got, because this obviously you're listening to this late, but we've only just got this, is Smoke and Sacrifice, the game I sat down and played it.
Yeah,
Did you play
Curve
it?
Digitals. I got to play it. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's finally got a release date. It's coming to PC and Nintendo Switch first. It's not coming to the others yet, but it's coming on the 31st of May. 31st of May, Smoke and Sacrifice is coming to Nintendo Switch and PC.
I was trying to remember what it was.
It's the
I remember
it's the
now,
game
yeah.
that it starts very kind of generic-y.
Because I don't know the art style.
2D.
Yeah.
I didn't like the art style
Yeah.
first, and it just starts kind of generic adventure game-ish. But give the game like half an hour, and it takes this kind of religious, bizarre turn, and it turns out to be a full-on survival game.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good crafting survival game that I enjoyed, and I don't want to give anyone more than that because it's the pleasure of I took from the game come in that kind of twist, and I was like, oh, I didn't expect this to come from the game. So yeah, and it's Curve Digital. They normally put a name to some pretty decent stuff. So yeah, and if you've got a Switch, it looks like a good game to play on Switch actually.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say that, yeah.
I've got to say that with a lot of Curve Digital stuff, though.
Yeah,
a lot of their stuff is like, you know what, I'd like to play that on the Switch because it's the one I could,
Well, that's where I finished.
travel on the train or
yeah.
Flame
have
in
a
the-
shit just playing Curve
I-
Digital.
I
To be honest,
Sitting on the throne.
it's the shit.
I had Flame in the Floods on PS4, and I only have played about an hour and a half it, but it never grabbed me back. But I played it on the Switch, and it was just incredible. I was like, this game's amazing. But it was probably because it was on the Switch, and I could pick it up and put it down, and all that jazz. But that's the news. That's the news.
That's the news.
That's the news.
Should we go straight into it?
Let's do
Actually,
this.
No, let's not.
Should we just have a pause?
Let's sort of go around it.
Should we have a
Well,
moment of...
so what we need to do is, before we do this,
reflection.
we need to do our giveaway. Because we're doing a giveaway every week.
Oh, we are giving away Tom's
But
virginity.
I
I was just
deliberately...
going to give away Tom.
I
We are
deli-
giving away Tom.
That's right, I'm up for grabs this week, guys.
I deliberately...
Get your grubby little paws on Tom's behind.
I deliberately left it later this week because I kind of want to mix up, keep them guessing, keep them on their toes.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So the winner of last week's
Yes.
is the only person who commented.
Oh,
shit.
yes. Oh, was it me?
No,
Was it me?
I need to start commenting on these
comment
fucking videos.
Brian.
Yay! Big Boys Club.
Big
Big
Boys
Boys
Club.
Club. Brian picks up Robe Infinity on the Xbox One. So
He couldn't be a bigger boy.
I'll send that over to you. I will send that over to you probably at the weekend time. So yeah, I'll email it over to you, Brian. So yeah, thanks for commenting.
Nice.
And all that. And I think it's
I think that just goes to show, if you comment on the video,
Goes
you're
without-
going to get a chance.
goes
If you
without
made it this
saying.
far.
goes without saying he shares our stuff all the time anyway. So
Yeah.
understandable. And
Brian's
this
doing
week
so many things.
we are giving away a PC version of episodes 1 to 5 of season 1 Life is Strange.
Oh fuck!
The whole lot.
That's
The whole
a good
season
prize,
pass.
you dickheads.
Life is
If
Strange.
you haven't played
That's a
it,
good prize, you dickheads.
yeah.
This is the Indie Credible sales technique.
Right, listen up, you fucking assholes. Alright, that's a really good prize. So comment, and you might get a really good.
Well, do they have to comment?
So this time they
Oh, okay,
need to go
different,
again
different.
to Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah, what do
and
they have
then-
to say?
So they have to on that write Life is Strange.
Oh, we should come up with a word.
Okay, come on, word. Come on, word.
But living is a bit weird. Yeah,
Confused.
living is a bit
Because
weird.
life is strange, living is a bit weird.
It's called synonyms.
I know. Dickhead. I was thinking of something from
There's
the
a
game.
plethora of words that can be used that mean the same thing.
Bollocks, he stole it before I could.
You stole it from the amount of times I've used it in every single fucking review I do.
Yeah.
Because I only know that word, so I stick it in every time.
That's your one word.
That's my one word.
I think it makes it into Monster Prom review.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I
Nice.
guarantee I've said it in a review.
So what? Sorry, what are we actually saying?
Same from the game you want.
I was, but when I was going to give away a spoiler, but what I was going to say. No, we just
Don't
go.
do that.
No, we just go with
Hella.
Hella. Hella.
Yeah,
Okay.
say hella.
Hella.
Or work hella into a sentence if you want.
Yeah, if you can be creative with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
As long as you say the word hella somewhere.
Hella's in the
Yeah.
on Facebook or Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
On the post that goes up about the podcast.
Yeah.
Do that. There's only 2 this week because my fucking internet, but I'm not going to bang on about that. So yeah, that's how you get yourself a copy of season 1. It's PC, so it's Steam copy of season 1. Life is Strange, all 5 episodes.
Big fan.
Yeah. Well, we really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
You work out on it, right? Did you play it?
I've not played it.
Well, he doesn't get that kind of thing, does he?
I think Dan would quite like it.
I'd probably quite like Life is Strange. I've just never had time to go around and play it.
Yeah. I like the I like that. You haven't played Farewell yet, have you? That's a good episode. The short bonus episode.
Oh, right. I don't have it, so.
No, it's a good episode.
Yeah. Is
Good
it?
episode. Yeah, it is actually a good episode because it's don't not.
It's really good.
No, it's
It's
not Don't Nod,
probably-
it's
It's
Ashley
Deck
Birch.
9.
yeah, actually.
Ashley
Anyway,
And there
This
was his cum face.
week
Birch. Ashley Birch is my hero.
this week
I
our
love
main
that.
topic is talking about is May the month for indie games. So we've had some pretty big games released already this year, but they've kind of been spread out over the whole year. And we said it a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure we said it a couple of weeks ago that the summer is like the fall for indie games. Like the summer is where all the indie games come out
Yeah,
because
Alright. I thought
they
you meant
can't.
like the fall, like they were gonna.
No,
This is when indie gaming dies.
they can't compete with. They can't compete with obviously October,
Spider-Man.
November, December. They don't go anywhere. Even September, they kind of stay away from. So from now up till August, really, is where we just get indie
indie
game
time.
after indie game
Yeah.
after indie game. May has shown that. So for example, in May, releasing. These are only confirmed. There might be more coming. We've got Forgotten Anne,
Hell
Unforeseen Instance, Lake Ridden, Agony, Moonlighter, Wizard of Legend, Omen Sight, Yoku's Island Express, Runner Free, Trailblazers, Figment only coming to Nintendo Switch at the moment, and Shift Quantum, also Smoke and Sacrifice that we've just seen from Curve Digital.
Oh, and flashing lights.
And Flashing Lights, sorry,
Flashing lights.
Motherfucking lights.
coming in
Yes.
early access end of May.
Thank you.
So, I mean, the reason I say isn't not because at least,
He's trying to count on his fingers. It's hurting.
well, for
I think
me,
he's going to
okay,
explode.
personally, 4, maybe 5 of
Three.
them are games that I've been waiting to play for a long time and are now releasing this month, all in the same month. Forgotten Anne,
Yeah.
definitely. Lake Ridden, I'm not saying even I'm saying this because I've only just discovered it.
Yeah.
Lake Ridden's game, since playing it last year, I'm like, I want to play more of that.
Yeah.
Runner Free's a game, I don't know why, I've always wanted to play that game.
Okay.
Like, weekly. Figment, I played it on PC, but I'm like, I've always wanted to have it on the console.
On the Switch.
Yeah.
And Trailblazers is an arcade racer that I've kept my eye on for a long time. And it's all of a sudden, I just went literally a week ago, oh, it's coming out in May, on the May the 8th. I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't got time to get a review code because I've got so many reviews on. Oh no. Still might ask for a code to do some video footage. Be cheeky. But anyway, so that's all we want to talk about now is May going to be the month this year where we look back and go, fuck me.
For now, until we get to the coming months, I'm sure there'll be.
We've got
even better.
we've only got 2 months to compete with it really. 3 months. We've got June, July and August.
Yeah, but I reckon they'll be very busy.
Okay, so games we know of coming
July,
later.
I think, will be big.
Games we know of coming later is Vampire, June the 5th. What was that face for?
That is the face of going, and you don't need to say any other games. Tom has decided that June is the best indie game month.
I tell you, do you want me to find out a full list? Because I looked earlier, but I didn't make a note of games.
I went on
coming out in
releases.com that you linked us to,
March. Yeah.
and I was like, this is just all films. I don't get it.
You're
Click the
literally,
indie game tab,
There was an indie game tab?
and then it refines
you're
its indie
literally
games.
useless.
I looked.
Um,
I looked.
Calendar. Let's go PS4.
Why would calendar give you
Okay, so
categories.
June, I'm only on PS4 because pretty much any game
Pause
comes
for
to
a
PS4
second.
goes
I'm angry
everywhere
about this website. Okay.
Yeah.
You click on calendar to get categories. I thought calendar would be a calendar, and you choose a day or a month, and then you choose what's releasing
So,
then. So I didn't
this
click
is
on it.
only at the moment. June has got Vampire confirmed.
Worst
Yeah.
website confirmed. Release.com.
Shaq Fu.
Yeah.
Heimrich. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Luminins Remastered.
I don't give a shit about remastering games. Sorry.
Ari Legend will never release then, but it's saying June at the moment.
Yeah.
And then these are rest for Q2s that are meant to come Q2s, but normally never come Q2s. And July has got, Jesus Christ, there's lots of games meant to be coming out in Q2.
Is that Red Faction?
They're making a remaster. Okay, July at the moment, only at the moment,
Yeah.
has got Adventure Time.
Hell yeah, I'll be all like
That
that.
actually looks quite funny. Chicken Assassin Reloaded.
Yeah.
The Persistence, which is alright. Okay, it's got Banner Saga 3, which is going to be a big
Go on,
game.
that's going to be a big one.
And obviously the Banner Saga trilogy. And All-Star Fruit Racing. August has
Yes.
got Strange Brigade. Big game.
Right.
State of Mind.
Yes.
Divinity 2
Daedalic.
Original Sin coming to console.
Yes, come on.
Flipping Death.
Yes. See, August is already looking like it might
Alright,
creep
August
May.
might be the contender.
Yeah.
My birthday as well.
Is it?
FYI.
Oh,
August, yeah.
so May is the best month now.
Well, okay then, out of this list that I've made, because there are other games coming, which ones do you boys like?
There
What,
are
in
two.
May?
There are
Yeah.
two that I'm proper hard on about.
Yeah, go on.
Forgotten
Forgotten Ant and Late Rhythm.
Anne. Okay.
Those are my raging.
Okay,
nightmare
there are
modes.
three I'm actually looking
So there's
forward
actually
to.
more now. I said 5, but like for example, Agony, I cannot wait to play that game. I literally can't.
Which
wait.
one was Agony?
That's that
Was that the one that we
horrible
went
survival
through? He
horror.
was playing.
No, that
one was
was
that?
that was the Geiger one.
The Geiger
Scorn. That was Scorn.
Oh, that was Scorn.
Yeah.
Which one's
Agony is the red goddess one, the very
Oh
erotic.
yeah, it's the one that's like all hellish. And,
Yeah.
and
And she's
freaky.
like, you need to come
There's
with
been
me.
one trailer for it, and that's
Oh,
She's
okay.
like this half demon, half woman with just her boobs out on the
It's fucking
trailer.
hot.
She's like, you need to come with me. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it just looks so dark. And I'm like, yes. Sign me up.
I'm sorry, mate, but if a woman wants to get me in bed, she better turn up with a pie and chips.
So really like Agony, Moonlighter, I love the look of it.
That's it, Tom.
There's not a game there I'm not looking forward to playing.
I think well, there are some I really don't care about.
Well, you're
There are
reviewing,
some that I
you're
don't
reviewing
know too much
Yoku's
about.
Island
Yeah,
Express.
Yoku's Island Express I am looking forward to. Obviously, Unforeseen Incidents I'm looking forward to.
Do you want to
Late
review that?
Ridden.
Do you want to review that for us?
Well, I can do it as long as it's on the Switch. I can do it.
31st of May it's coming on Switch.
Yeah, I can do that.
You cheeky bugger.
Lake Ridden. After the bit there, actually, yeah, man, I want to
Super
play
up for
that.
Yeah.
I get the impression that's going to be quite a long game.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I just want to
yeah.
sit there with the notepad out, and I want to phone you guys up and go, guys,
Have you done this?
have
bit
you
yet?
done this puzzle yet?
Yeah.
Tom's like, I haven't even started the game, mate.
And
Came out a month ago.
Lucy's still there
Nah.
going, how do you install a game?
Oh mate, if you're gonna get it for free, I'll be straight on that. If you can get me a code,
I can, but you haven't got a PC.
give me
Yeah.
a PC then. What the fuck's wrong with you? Blaming me.
Not having things. But also, I'm really looking forward to Flashing Lights. I know you're
hell
not,
yes.
but as you are the only one with a PC, you've got to get a code so that me and Tom can play this
Yeah.
shit.
And do a Let's Play.
I
We
had-
need to save lives. Do you
We
not
had
understand?
so much fun on that game, and trust me, as I've said in pretty much everything we've ever stated about this and everything I've written, the game is not a good-looking game. There are flaws in it, but it is fucking fun.
It's just such an
Oh.
entertaining. I don't know.
I
10
can
out of 10.
10 out of 10. Done
Okay.
it. As long as you're playing it with the same sort of attitude that
Yeah.
we
My only concern is, I look at this, and don't get me wrong, I'm happy there's so many great indies releasing this month. But my workload. It's ridiculous. We've already been told we're not getting a review code for Forgotten Anne. They were apologetic about it.
Absolute
Not
bastards.
surprised.
They were
Alright,
they were
guys. No, I'm
apologetic.
joking.
They were like, we're really sorry, we haven't got an abundance of codes, which is understandable.
Fair
Yeah.
Unforeseen Instance, they've already said, yep.
Yep.
I'm
Like,
actually up for
so-
buying Forgotten Anne.
I've
them money.
already pre-ordered it on PlayStation. Unforeseen Instance, we have a review for.
Yep.
Lake Ridden, we're going to have a review for. Agony got back in touch, we're going to have a review for. Moonlight, they got back in touch, we're going to have a review for. Wizard Legend, I'm currently doing this
that.
weekend. Omen Sight, I have to pass on because it comes out on the 15th of May, same day as Voices of Legend. Similar day to Lake Ridden. I just haven't got time to do it. I might be able to throw it to you guys if one of you wants to do it.
Yeah, it's on PS4.
What's it on?
PS4 or Xbox One.
Go on then.
Yeah. Yakuza on Express, Dan is doing
that.
Runner 3, I haven't heard back from yet. Trailblazers, it's too late. It comes out on Tuesday.
It's far too late.
I haven't got time. I've got other stuff booked in this weekend.
No chance.
Figment, hopefully Dan's going to do that again. And then Shift Quantum, we are all going to get codes for.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
It's Karina in it.
Oh.
So,
Karina.
good girl, Karina. Yeah. But so,
right.
I suppose
you got all flustered talking about Karina.
I think, to be honest, I think May is a really good month. But just having gone through that list, I do think August is going to be better.
You think I'm jumping the gun?
I think you jump in the gun because
Premature
also one of the
ejaculation.
things you've got to remember as well is that indie games only ever tell you're going to release like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, they do.
You hardly ever get that big build up like you do with
Unforeseen
which is much preferred.
Unforeseen Instance was announced like a week ago.
Yes,
because I spoke to a guy at EGX and Res, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we should be coming maybe later this year."
Yeah,
and then I was like, 20. Why is such a busy month?
Well, he's not wrong.
Leave me alone. He's not.
Yeah.
And then same with like Lake Ridden. They said May, and then all of a sudden it went May the 10th, and I was like, "Oh, why you got to be at the beginning of the month? For fuck's sake!"
But also, it was only 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They must know.
Yeah,
at that
they
point.
knew.
So why can't they just tell it and go, "Look, guys, just don't tell anyone else."
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to leave a gap so you can review this shit.
Like Forgotten Anne, I was gonna go, I'll just buy the game and review it, but I do you know what? I actually am looking
Just
forward
play
to
it, man.
reviewing the game, enjoying the game.
Yeah.
Just going. I'm actually gonna jump on for 2 hours.
You're not
now.
going to review it then?
No, because
we can chat about it on this.
Well, I've got Wizard of Legend to review it, released on the same day, and without sounding like a dick or an arsehole, if they provide me with a key, I'd much rather give them the effort than
someone
makes
like,
sense. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But also, they're the smaller ones. Forgotten Anne's going to get a shitload of
like
publications.
There'll be an IGN review for that. There'll be an Eurogame review for that. $15.99.
So he starts saving his cash.
I'm going to pre-order it.
$15.99.
I want to get on that as soon as it comes out, so we can all talk about it.
Yeah, I got it on PC because you $19.99 got the soundtrack that I can then download to my phone.
Bastard.
And some little kind of nice wallpapers that I can use on my PC. But that's gonna wrap us up.
Wrap me up.
Wrap me up.
Boy.
Wrap me up.
Like Mariah Carey sung back in the 90s in the Christmas song. Wrap me up for Christmas.
Did she?
I don't think that's a lyric at all. I think you made that up.
That was Mariah Carey's song.
All I want for Christmas is you.
No. I'm sure.
Why are you going on YouTube?
It's like all wrapped up
Look
for
up
Christmas.
the lyrics. Don't go on YouTube. Look up the lyrics on Google.
So Mariah Carey, all wrapped up for Christmas.
Oh right, you're saying it's another song. I thought you were saying it's a lyric in that song.
No.
Oh. It's definitely not Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Does that say steps when you're not there? No. Okay,
2 years ago. I'm sure it's older than that.
Anyway, this is ending with yet another amazing piece of incorrect trivia.
Anyway, guys, so that has been the Incredible Podcast, episode 43. Thank you so much for listening or watching, whatever you chose to do. If you have any thoughts or any ideas on the games that we've played and you think, actually, I think you're wrong, I think City of Brass was a great game, not only are you wrong, but also you can email in and question us, podcast@indie-credible.com. Also, if you've got an idea for the final topic, if there's something that you really want to see or hear us talk about, then contact us again, podcast@indie-credible.com, and we will talk about your main topic. We've done it before.
Basically guaranteed.
We do feedback, and that's probably one of our favourite things we like doing. As again, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on iTunes, you can find us on SoundCloud, and if you do really, really like what we do, we really appreciate if you head over to Patreon, and you get quite a lot of rewards. You get early access to 2 monthly shows, and you get exclusive pre and post show content, which kind of comes in at around about half an hour every week, where we just chat about crap. If you actually think these guys seem quite cool, then not only are you right, but you also can find more out about our lives by heading over to Patreon and checking us out. And we really do appreciate it. It allows us to do this, and the whole reviewing of the games, the preview stuff, the going to the events. It kind of, the money's obviously nice, but what's really nice about it is the appreciation that people are willing to split with their hard-earned money to send it this way, because actually people really believe in what we do, and it's nice. And we do have a nice community building out with our other patrons. We regularly interact with them on Twitter, and we often play games with them as well, actually.
I don't.
I can quite happily, like if you're a Fortnite
I try
fan,
and avoid Trevor and Brian.
when we're internet sorted,
don't like him at all.
when we're internet sorted, you know, I'll happily hard carry you in Fortnite. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or just impulse grenade you off the Asylum Mountain.
Yes, that is the other thing he does.
Still not played season 4 yet. Fucking BT. Anyway, until next week. This has been an Incredible Podcast. You can find me at What's Up Woody. You can find Tom at Sugar and Profit. You can find Dan at The Dice Bear. I have to think about that then. And until next
Wearing
week.
the fucking t-shirt.
Stay incredible.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing it.